For 10 years, she never spoke a single word. Not to her teachers, not to her doctors. Not even to her own father, the millionaire, who gave her everything except the one thing she needed. Then, one ordinary afternoon, in the park, a stranger did what no one else could, and when her first word finally came, it shattered her father's world forever. How could one moment undo a decade of silence? And why did it take a man society taught her to fear to make her feel safe? Emma hadn't spoken since the night her mother left. 10 years old, with wide, watchful eyes, she moved through life. Like a ghost in her own mansion, past the housekeepers who whispered about her, past the private tutors who gave up trying, past her father, the tech millionaire who buried his guilt in board meetings and blamed her silence on childish stubbornness. Then came that afternoon in Riverside Park. The nanny, as usual, sat scrolling on her phone while Emma played alone near the fountain. No one noticed the little girl's fingers tracing the name on her mother's old locket, the one she wasn't allowed to mention. No one noticed the black street musician tuning his guitar nearby, until he saw what others refused to. The silent scream behind her smile. And in 30 seconds, he would do what years of therapy and money had failed to do. The musician's fingers paused on his guitar strings. He'd played this park for years, watched rich kids ignore him, seen security guards eye him like a threat. But this girl was different. The way she stared at his hands, like the chords held a secret. Slowly, he shifted to a lullaby, her mother's lullaby. Emma's head snapped up. Her lips parted, no sound came out, but her eyes screamed recognition. The nanny didn't notice, but her father did. He came striding across the grass, his Italian loafers crushing dandelions. Away from her, he hissed, yanking Emma back. The guitarist's smile faded as he saw it, the way her wrist went limp in that grip, like a habit. Then came the words that cracked the afternoon open. "We Dante, take help from your kind." The park froze. The guitarist stood slowly, his own scars throbbing, the police baton from last summer, the night he'd helped a lost white kid find her parents. But this time, he didn't walk away. This time, he knelt to Emma's eye level, ignoring the father's sputtering protests. "Your mama sang this, didn't she?" he whispered, and played the next 3 notes, softer than a heartbeat. That's when Emma's fingers twitched. That's when the locket clicked open. And that's when the millionaire realized he wasn't just fighting a stranger, he was fighting the past itself. The guitarist was the first to move. He didn't speak, didn't accuse, just gently pried the millionaire's fingers from Emma's wrist one by one like he was disarming a bomb. The crowd that had gathered didn't cheer, they didn't gasp, they just understood. Because in that locket wasn't just a hospital bracelet, it was a receipt. For silence, for complicity. For the way an entire neighborhood had ignored the bruises on a woman who fell down the stairs too often. ***, Emma never spoke again after that day. Not out of fear but because she didn't need to. The police report did the talking. The divorce papers screamed. The musician, he still plays in that park every Tuesday. Only now, wealthy parents cross the street when they see him. Not out of fear of him but fear of what their children might finally see. Because here's the terrible truth no viral video will ever capture. Racism isn't just about the moments that make headlines. It's about all the quiet park benches where people choose not to hear. All the locked doors that stay closed. All the little girls who learned young that some silences are safer than words. So I'll ask you this. How many MS are sitting at your dinner table right now? And what will it take to make you listen? The guitarist held his breath. The millionaire's grip on Emma's arm turned vicious. "We're leaving." But as he dragged her away, the girl's small fingers suddenly locked around the park bench. Her knuckles whitened. The musician saw it first. Her chest rising in a way it hadn't in 10 years. Like a dam breaking. Then sound, a single, shattered note, tore from Emma's throat. Not a word. Not a scream. Just raw, unfiltered pain wrapped around the lullaby's melody. The park fell silent. The nanny dropped her phone. Even the mockingbird stopped singing. Her father spun around, face draining of color. No. He reached for her like she was on fire. But Emma wasn't looking at him. She was staring at the guitarist, through him, as if her mother's ghost stood singing behind his shoulder. And when her voice came again, it wasn't a child's voice anymore. It was a woman's, a mother's, a truth too heavy for a 10-year-old to carry. "You hit her." The accusation hung in the air, sharp as shattered glass. Because everyone heard what she really meant. "You hit us both." The millionaire staggered back. The guitarist's hands froze, and in that terrible silence, Emma's tiny hands opened the locket wide, revealing the photo inside for the first time. Not of a missing mother, of a hospital bracelet, and a date. The night she stopped speaking.